What's happening, reality TV lovers? We are diving deep into some serious Real Housewives of Atlanta tea today. And honey, it is piping hot. If you thought the season 16 reunion was messy, wait until you hear about the aftermath that has fans completely split on whether one of our peaches will be returning for season 17. We're talking about Shamea Morton, and let me tell you, the drama surrounding her future on RHOA has been more twisted than a Georgia back road. From public apologies to social media shade, to whispers about cast shakeups for the upcoming season, this story has everything you expect from Atlanta Housewives drama. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's break down exactly what went down and why everyone's talking about whether Shamea will keep her peach or if she's about to get the axe. Alright, let's start from the beginning because this situation has layers and we need to understand the full picture. Shamea Morton has been a part of the RHOA universe for several seasons now, starting as a friend to the group before eventually earning her peach. She's known for her no-nonsense attitude, her friendship with Portia Williams, well, former friendship at this point, and her ability to bring the drama when necessary. But season 16's reunion special seems to have been a turning point, and not necessarily in a good way for Shamea. The reunion, which wrapped up recently, was filled with the usual Atlanta Housewives chaos. But apparently, Shamea's behavior during the taping left some serious bad blood with her castmates. Now here's where things get interesting. In what can only be described as an unprecedented move, Shamea took to social media to issue a public apology to her entire RHOA cast. And when I say public, I mean she put this out there for all of us to see, which immediately had fans asking, what exactly happened at that reunion that was so bad it required a public apology? The apology itself was pretty comprehensive. Shamea acknowledged that her behavior at the reunion may have crossed some lines and that she wanted to make things right with her castmates. She talked about taking responsibility for her actions and wanting to move forward in a positive way. But here's the thing about reality TV apologies. They usually happen when someone is trying to save their job. But wait, it gets more telling. Shortly after the reunion drama, eagle-eyed fans noticed something significant. Shamea quietly removed RHOA from her social media bio. Now, in the world of reality TV, that's basically the equivalent of updating your relationship status to, it's complicated. When housewives start scrubbing their show affiliations from their profiles, it usually means one of two things. They're either fired, or they're in serious negotiations about their future. The removal of RHOA from her bio sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Fans immediately started speculating about whether this was Shamea's way of preparing for an exit, or if she was making a statement about her dissatisfaction with how things went down. So what exactly happened at this reunion that caused such a stir? While the specific details haven't been fully revealed, and they probably won't be until the reunion episodes air, we know it involved some serious confrontations and some behavior that left the other housewives feeling some type of way. One of the major storylines that carried into the reunion was Shamea's ongoing drama with former bestie Portia Williams. These two used to be thick as thieves, but their friendship has completely deteriorated over the past season. The reunion seems to have been the final nail in the coffin of their relationship, with reports of heated exchanges and accusations flying back and forth. There's also been talk about fake receipts and disputes over various claims made during the season. In the world of RHOA, receipts are everything. You better have proof to back up your accusations, or you're going to get called out. Apparently, Shamea found herself on the wrong side of a receipts situation, which never ends well in Atlanta. Now, here's where we get some real insider tea. Kandi Burruss, who's the unofficial spokesperson for RHOA at this point, recently addressed Shamea's status on the show. According to Kandi, Shamea is, so far, planning to come back. The powers that be are going to still test people, but as of now, she's still on the roster. This statement is interesting for several reasons. First, it confirms that despite all the drama and speculation, Shamea hasn't been officially fired. But Kandi's choice of words, so far, and the powers that be are going to still test people, suggests that her position isn't exactly secure either. In reality TV terms, this sounds like Shamea is on probation. She's technically still part of the cast, but production is probably watching her closely to see how she handles the aftermath of whatever went down at the reunion. Now, adding another layer of complexity to this situation are the persistent rumors about Portia Williams potentially returning to RHOA for season 17. Portia, who left the show to focus on her spin-off ventures, has been the subject of constant return speculation. And here's where it gets messy. Some reports have suggested that production might need to make room for Portia's return, potentially at Shamea's expense. The theory goes that Shamea and Portia's friendship fallout has created an either her or me situation, and if production wants Portia back, Shamea might be the casualty. It's giving very much main character versus supporting player energy, and in that battle, Portia's star power and fan following might give her the advantage. What's fascinating about this situation is how it highlights the behind-the-scenes politics of reality TV casting. RHOA has been struggling with ratings and cast chemistry in recent seasons, and producers are constantly juggling personalities to try to recreate the magic of earlier seasons. Shamea's situation seems to be caught up in this larger casting puzzle. She's not necessarily being fired for being a bad cast member, but she might be a casualty of production's desire to shake things up and bring back fan favorites like Portia. The public apology in this context starts to make more sense. It wasn't just about making peace with her castmates. It was probably also about showing production that she's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her spot on the show. The fan reaction to all of this has been incredibly divided. Team Shamea supporters argue that she's being unfairly targeted and that every housewife has experienced reunion drama at some point. They point out that conflict and confrontation are part of the job description, and that singling out Shamea seems hypocritical. On the other side, you have fans who feel like Shamea has been trying too hard to create storylines and that her behavior at the reunion was the final straw. These fans are arguing that the show might be better without her, especially if it means getting Portia back. Then there's a third group of fans who are just tired of the constant cast changes and want some stability in the RHOA lineup. They're frustrated that every season seems to bring new drama about who's staying and who's going, rather than focusing on the actual storylines. This whole situation really illustrates how precarious reality TV careers can be. One bad reunion show, one social media mistake, one falling out with the wrong castmate, and suddenly your entire income stream is in jeopardy. Shamea's public apology and the uncertainty around her future show just how much power production companies have over these women's lives and careers. It also highlights the importance of relationships in this industry. Shamea's fallout with Portia isn't just personal drama. It could literally cost her job. In reality TV, your personal relationships are your professional relationships, and when those lines get blurred, the consequences can be career-ending. As we look ahead to season 17, Shamea's situation is going to be one of the most interesting storylines to follow. If she does return, how will she navigate the aftermath of the reunion drama? Will she be able to repair any of the relationships she damaged, or will she find herself isolated from the group? And if the Portia return rumors are true, how will that dynamic play out? Will production try to milk the former friendship for drama, or will they keep them separated to avoid further conflict? There's also the question of whether Shamea's public apology will actually help her cause, or if it made her look desperate. In the world of reality TV, showing weakness can sometimes be more damaging than doubling down on your controversial behavior. As of right now, season 16 has wrapped, and season 17 casting is still in progress. Despite all the rumors and speculation, no official announcements have been made about cast changes. Shamea's apology video is still up on her social media, and she's maintained a relatively low profile since the reunion drama. The fact that she removed RHOA from her bio but hasn't made any definitive statements about leaving suggests that she's probably in wait-and-see mode, just like the rest of us. She's likely waiting to hear officially from production about her fate before making any public declarations. From an industry standpoint, this situation is pretty typical of how reality TV operates. Cast members are essentially independent contractors who can be dropped at any time, and their job security depends entirely on their ability to create compelling television while maintaining relationships with both production and their castmates. The fact that Candy felt the need to publicly comment on Shamea's status suggests that there's been a lot of behind-the-scenes discussion about her future. It's rare for cast members to comment on each other's employment status unless there's been some serious uncertainty. So where does this leave us? Well, we're in a waiting game. Season 17 casting decisions are probably being finalized as we speak, and Shamea's fate is likely tied up in larger decisions about the show's direction. If production decides they want to bring back Portia and shake up the cast dynamics, Shamea might find herself on the outside looking in. But if they value the storyline she brings and think she's learned from the reunion drama, she might get another chance to prove herself. The public apology was definitely a smart move from a damage control perspective. It shows that she's aware her behavior was problematic and that she's willing to take responsibility. Whether that's enough to save her peach remains to be seen. This situation also raises some interesting questions about accountability in reality TV. Should housewives be expected to apologize for reunion behavior that's essentially part of their job? Or does the fact that it affected her relationships with castmates make it a legitimate concern? There's also the question of whether public apologies in the social media age are genuine expressions of remorse or just strategic career moves. In Shamea's case, the timing and public nature of the apology definitely suggest it was at least partially motivated by professional concerns. At the end of the day, Shamea Morton's future on RHOA is still up in the air, despite what some rumors might suggest. She hasn't been fired, but she's clearly not in the most secure position either. Her public apology and the removal of RHOA from her social media suggest that she's preparing for various possibilities. Whether she returns for season 17 will probably depend on a combination of factors. Production's vision for the show, fan reaction to the reunion episodes when they air, and whether they decide to bring back Porsha Williams. It's a complex situation that perfectly illustrates the unpredictable nature of reality TV careers. What do you think about this whole situation? Was Shamea right to issue a public apology, or did it make her look weak? And would you rather see her return for season 17, or would you prefer to see Porsha Williams make a comeback? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe for more Real Housewives tea and reality TV drama. Until next time, keep watching, keep talking, and remember, in the world of reality TV, nothing is ever really final until the cameras stop rolling.